Hey everyone, welcome to lesson 3 of the grade 5 coding program brought to you by, of course, Africa Team Geeks. My name is Sean Muruban, and I will be your teacher for the next few days. I'll be teaching you coding, and the language we'll be using is the Mzora blocks. Okay, um, today's lesson is going to be on a little bit of variables and maybe the if and else blocks. Uh, those of you who are new to these lessons, please feel free to go to the Africa Teen Geeks YouTube channel. So basically, you're going to go on Africa on YouTube. You go onto the search, type in Africa Teen Geeks. You will find the channel there. If you look at this icon here, you'll also find that picture there. And they've got videos there for all the different grades, right from grade R. And you would even find the grade 5 videos that we did in January. There's about 15 videos there that will be really, really helpful to you. Now, this time around, we're doing 5 lessons. We've already had 2. This is the 3rd lesson. And the build up for these lessons is there's a competition. Okay, so whatever you're learning from here and from the videos and from all the other lessons that you've been seeing on YouTube, you can submit a program that you come up with. You can do this together with others, maybe in your home or even with friends from your school. And you can submit this by Friday or even the weekend. You're also allowed to submit it. And there's a lot of nice prizes like laptops, etc., that you can win. And how do you submit this program or your project? You go to the website www.africateengeeks.co.za. You go to upcoming events, and there you go. You will be given instructions on how to upload. Okay, so now we're going to go into Mzora coding. Another thing that I want to just remind you about is the workshop today. At 4 o'clock today, I think yesterday there was a problem with the workshop, but today at 4 o'clock, there's going to be a workshop on app development. The link will be posted in the chat during this lesson. Please make sure that you copy that link and you can save it somewhere so you can attend that workshop. That workshop your parents can also attend with you. Very exciting workshop explaining about app development, and there will be more workshops on different topics like game development, etc. Okay, so now today I'm going to show you now. Okay, yesterday I've done. I remember somebody asked me to show them to make the character kick the ball. Okay, I would include that in the next lesson, but today, very importantly, I wanted to start you off with where you can ask questions like a quiz game, and you can use that. A lot of ideas you can use that where you can ask questions, and you can do a lot of things on the screen depending on what they answer. So let's get started. Okay, so let's pick a character and let's just pick a background. I'm not going to do too much of animation today because you can look at the previous lesson. But just to get started, let's go and pick a sprite that we can use today. And let's see who we can pick. Okay, let's pick this guy over here. How we're going to use him today. I'm going to get rid of the other sprite. We don't want to use that sprite. Now, can you see it's quite big for the screen? Let me just decrease the size. You come here to size. Let's decrease to about 70. Okay, that's quite nice. Now, to change this white background, we come to the bottom right here where it says backdrops. And let's go and find a nice backdrop. You can pick basically whatever you want. I'm just going to pick this. Okay, this looks cool. Well, I'm going to pick this background over here. Let's click on the sprite again. Let's see what costumes he comes with. Okay, he's got some nice dance moves that he can do. Okay, so what we can do is we can use this maybe at the end of our program. Maybe we can make him dance since he's got some nice costumes over here. Okay, so the aim of this program we're doing, I want to ask questions and we want the user to answer, and we're going to give them some feedback whether they are correct and whether they are incorrect. Now, I told you yesterday to please come up with questions. So I'm going to ask you in a few moments to suggest some questions. Okay, so let's get started. In the meantime, I want you to think of that. I'm going to call on you just now to give me examples of questions. To get the whole thing started, we need to have something to trigger everything. Normally, we click this green flag. And to get that block, it's under events. When the green flag is clicked, there you go. Right, when the green flag is clicked, that is when everything is going to get started. Let's start by saying a message. Let's use a say block. Let's come in here and we'll say, let's say, hi everyone. Let's say, welcome to my quiz game. Welcome to my quiz game. Okay. Okay, 2 seconds. 2 seconds is a bit too quick. Let's make it about 5 seconds. So, hi everyone. Welcome to my quiz game. Let's make this quiz. Okay, remember you can make it 10 questions. You can make it how many questions you want. But just because I want to show you, we got time limit. Let's pick 3 questions. I'm gonna ask 3 questions. So let's say I will ask you 3 questions. I will ask you 3 questions. Let's say all the best. All the best. Okay, so let's also make this a little longer here. Fine. Okay. So the next thing now I want to ask the question. So when we ask a question, we're going to come to the sensing block, and the very interesting block that we used yesterday is the ask. Now the ask is different from the say block because the ask block, a block will appear here for you to enter some response or enter some reply or answer. So whatever question you type in here, the answer automatically comes in here. So let's type in a question. Okay, I'll get you started. I will type the first question, but thereafter you have to give me some examples. Let's give a simple question like how many provinces are there in South Africa? I will type it here. How many provinces are there in South Africa? How many provinces are there in South Africa? So I want to put this in here. That's my question. Now, whatever I enter for this question, the answer will be stored in here. Now, you know that there are 9 provinces in South Africa. Okay, I'm sure you're in grade 5, you've learned that. So we will come here to this block here. It's called an if-else. An if-else block. Very interesting block this is. Yesterday we used this block here. We used the if. Today we're going to use the if and the else block. Let me show you how this works. What we're going to say here is if this answer is equal to 9. So I need to get this shape block where it has an equal to sign. So you're going to go to operators and you're going to look for the special block here. This block has an equal to sign. So I'm going to take this block and put it inside there. And I'm going to say if answer is equals to, let me stop this here. You see what happens is as soon as you click the block, it starts running. Sometimes it becomes a bit annoying, but you can just stop it over here with the red button. So if answer is equals to 9, that means the answer is correct because there are 9 provinces in South Africa. And what we can do is we can put a message. We could say that is correct. Well done. That is correct. Let's put big writing. That is correct. Well done. That is correct. Well done. And else now. Let me explain you how else works. Else works, for example, if this doesn't work out, if the answer is equal to 9, this will be displayed. If it's not equal to 9, in other words, if it's false, the answer was not 9, just say if we entered 1 or we entered 7, then the answer would be displayed over here. Please, guys, make sure your video is turned off. Okay. So if the answer was incorrect, the answer, you put your response in the else part, and what we will say is that is incorrect. That is incorrect. Let's say, since we said well done when they're correct, when they're incorrect, let's say better luck next time. Better luck next time. Okay, so now I'm going to test this and show you what's going to happen. So let's go full screen. Hi everyone, welcome to my quiz game. I will ask you 3 questions. All the best. How many provinces are there in South Africa? Now, if I enter 9, it'll say that is correct. Well done. Let's run it again and let's enter an incorrect answer. Okay, so we're going to go again. Welcome to my quiz game. I will ask you 3 questions. All the best. How many provinces are there in South Africa? If I enter 7, now you know that 7 is incorrect. You say that is incorrect. Better luck next time. Okay, so far, does anybody have any questions on what we did? Let's see, there is one hand raised. Before I make more questions, it's nice to explain. If you have any misunderstandings of what we did, you can ask now. I think, let's see who has a hand up here. Vasan Wala. Okay, you can ask your question. Hello.
How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm fine. My hand is up to give like a question for
Oh,
the
lovely, lovely. Because I need a second question. But before you give your question, so far what I did, you understand what I did?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, that's nice. What question you can give me to put in? I need to add 2 more questions.
So not so I was going. So my question is, what is the national flower of South Africa?
Oh, okay, that's a nice question. And what's the answer there?
It is the protea, the king
Okay,
protea.
okay, okay. That's a nice question there. So let me. You can stay on with your mic. I will do it while I'm talking to you. Now, the quick way to do it, everyone. You see, I need to repeat all of this. Now, you can go and do one by one, or I want to repeat this entire section. I can right click. Now, you know, on your mouse, there's 2 clicks there. The one with the pointer finger, and normally your middle finger is on the other button. That's called the right click. You right click and say duplicate. The whole thing gets duplicated. And we come in here, and let's put in the question that your name is. What's your name?
Fatima.
Oh, okay, Fatima. I remember you from the last time. Nice that you joined again. So we can say, what is the national flower of South Africa? Is that your question?
Yes, sir.
Okay, the flower of Africa. And watch here. The same thing I will do now is I just need to go. Let me see. That's national wrong. Right. The answer is not going to be 9. The answer is going to be the protea. So let's type it protea. Okay. You happy with that, Fatima?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Now, you know what we can also do? I want one more person to put their hand up. I need one more question. Now, the question doesn't have to be boring questions like what we're doing. Maybe you want to ask a question about movies, anything. Because remember, you can take this program, what I'm teaching you, and you can change it, and you can make it like, for example, about coronavirus, about health, about sports, um, I know one of the questions my kids were giving me yesterday when I was telling them about this. They said that one other nice question could be, which movie has a flying carpet? And you can give them options A, B, C. Option A, they said I must put Jumanji. Option B was Aladdin, and option C was Mulan. And then another question that we can put in, it could be a true and false question, where you say true and false. And the question they said was maybe Dwayne the Rock Johnson was a former wrestler, true or false. And you guys know that the Rock was a wrestler before he started acting. So that could be. So I want you to think of another question. But while you're thinking of that question, we can make this program better. What if, what if when the answer is correct, we can play a nice tune, a nice sound, and when the answer is incorrect, we can play another sound. So let's go. This is how you do it. You can go to sounds. Okay, at the moment, what do we have here? Okay, we got dance celebration. Let's go here and choose a sound. Let's go to wacky. Let's see what wacky sounds I have here. Yeah, I like that sound there. You know, I think that sound is in the movie Crudes. I think so. What we'll do, we'll use that sound when they give an incorrect answer, and when the answer is correct, let's see if we find something nice there, like people clapping. Yeah, that's nice. That's also nice. Okay, we got cheer and we got go. Let's take this one here. Yeah, that's more louder. We'll take that one. So we got the gold cheer. That will be when the answer is correct, and when the answer is incorrect, we will put this one here. Okay, let's go back. So how do I do that? I will go to sound, and let's see here. We got two options here: play sound until done, or start the sound. Now we also got a message here. So I will say, let's start the sound. The sound is not a long sound. So if I say, let's do coach here, start sound. So if it's correct, start the sound gold cheer. And let me put it in the bottom one as well. When it's correct, start sound gold cheer. Can you see it's all about placing the blocks in the right place? Now, the else part, remember, is if the answer is incorrect. So you can come over here and change this to, yes, that's the one I want. So you come over here and you put this in your, not there, there. And you also put it in the bottom over here. Okay, now let's test it now with Fatima's question as well. Let's see how it goes, right? Welcome to my quiz game. I will ask you 3 questions. All the best. How many provinces are there in South Africa? Let's get one right and one wrong. Let me enter the wrong answer now. Let me say 5. Now you know 5 is incorrect. Right. But can you see it was too quick? I'll let you go change that. This message was too quick. I'm going to make this maybe let's make it 4 seconds. Let's make it 4 seconds. All this correct and incorrect message. It was too quick. You can't even read it. So let's start again. Welcome to my quiz game. Okay. I'll ask you 3 questions. All the best. How many provinces are there in South Africa? I'm going to enter the wrong answer. Let me enter 6. That's incorrect. Better luck next time. What is the national flower of South Africa? Let's enter Protea. That is correct. Well done. Now I'm going to go and add in one more question. Let's see who's going to give us a question this time. Okay, someone who else can give me a nice question to put in here? It could be a multiple choice. Let's try something different. Since the first two questions was like you had to enter an answer, let the last question be either multiple choice where you give them three options, or you can even ask them a true and false question. Right? Who's going to come up with a question? Fatima gave me one the last time. Anybody here? Nobody. Come on. Okay, I will give you the last question. The last question, this is how you do it. I want to repeat this entire thing. So I will come here, right click, duplicate. And let me add the last question. Let's say, okay, let me give you the one that one of my kids gave me. Which movie has a flying carpet? Which movie has a flying carpet? And I'll give you options. Option A will be Jumanji. Option B, let's say Aladdin. Now you know the answer. The correct answer is Aladdin. And option C, just to confuse people, let's say Mulan. But which movie has a flying carpet? Option A is Jumanji, B Aladdin, and option C is Mulan. Now, since the answer is B, I would say if answer is equals to B. Now, oh, you notice that even if you enter a small letter B, it still checks for small letter B, as long as it's not any other letter like C, D, E, or something. Okay, so let's test this out now, right? Hi everyone, welcome to my quiz game. I will ask you 3 questions, all the best. How many provinces are there in South Africa? 9. What is the national flower of South Africa? Let's enter the wrong answer. Let's say the rose. Incorrect. Better luck next time. Which movie has a flying carpet? A. Jumanji, B. Aladdin, or C. Mulan? Let's enter the answer. The answer is B. If I say B, that is correct. Well done. Okay. So, guys, just because of time constraints, I just limited it to 3 questions because I want to show you like more things to make it better. What's the nice thing to do here is, let's put a score. Like it's nice for us to know how many I got right at the end. It's something, hey, you know what, you got 3 out of 3. Well done, you got all right. Or you can tell me, no, my score was 2, or something like that. Now, remember, you can. Today I'm concentrating on like these questions and answers and all of that, but all the animation and things that I taught you in other lessons, when you are making your good project, you can change things. For example, you see, like we just picked this character here. You can have a character where maybe he makes a sad face when you get it wrong, maybe he makes a happy face when you get it right, or maybe you could have another character here, and every time you get something right, you can jump up and down, things like that. So you can incorporate all the things you learned into your program. Okay, so now I want to show you how you can record the score. Right. So the first thing you have to do is, I did this yesterday with you, but I'm going to show you again. We're going to come and make a variable. Now, the reason we're going to make a variable is it's similar to this one here called answer. Now, I didn't save these things in answers because if you think about it, I asked a question, I used the answer. I didn't need to save it. Then I asked the next question, I used the answer, and so on. But I want to make another block like that, but I want it to record the score. So you come here, let me cancel, let me show you again slowly. We'll come down to variables. We'll come click on the option that says make variable. and you're going to type in score. Now, there's two options come up here. One says for all sprites, and one says for this sprite only. We're going to click on for all sprites. That means if I add more characters here in the screen or on the stage, they all can access this variable here, score. Now, if you want to make it visible, now if I click on it, watch it, I can double click on it and it changes. Normally it looks like this. And if I don't want it to be seen, you come over here, you tick this little box on the left and it disappears. But normally in a game, we can see the score. So let's make the score visible. Okay, so now when we start the game, the score must always start from 0. So if you see under variables, there is a block here. There's a block says that set my variable to 0. Now you click and you select the variable we made, which is score. Set score to 0. I'll put this right in the beginning. Okay, now this doesn't get displayed. It's not like a say in a way you're going to ask a question. This will be set in the background. As soon as you press the green flag, score will automatically be set to 0. Now, every time we get an answer correct, we're going to increase the score by 1. We're going to give it 1 point or 1 score. Now, if you come on the left and look, there is a block here called change by 1. So if I go and click here, see change, you got to click here and you can select score. That means it's going to change score. That's my variable by 1. You take that block and you put it in anywhere over here. You can put it. Okay, let's do it properly. Let's put it on the top like this. Okay, so basically, if you get an answer correct, there are 3 things that's happening. You're changing the score by 1. We are playing the music, the cheering, and we're saying something that is correct. Okay, and if it's incorrect, we're not going to decrease any marks. Something basically you just get no score. So let's put this block everywhere in the right places. So basically, the next question was about the protea, and I will take the change score by 1 and put it here. That means if the answer is protea, change score by 1. Okay, and there's one more to do at the bottom about this question about the flying carpet. So basically we got change score by 1, change score by 1. Change score by 1 means it's like adding 1. Okay. So at the end now, at the end of this, my score will be something. So let's put a nice message at the end to tell me, you know what? Okay, the first thing we have to do after the 3 questions, let's put a say, game over. So we know that the game is now finished. We'll come in here and I will type in here in nice big writing, game over. But game over, let's put it there for maybe 4 seconds. Not game over, sorry, a typo there, game over. Okay, so let's test this now. Let's test what we did. Hi everyone, welcome to my first game. I will ask you 3 questions, all the best. How many provinces are there in South Africa? Let's enter 9. Now watch what's going to happen. If my answer is correct, I told you the 3 things will happen. We're going to hear a nice sound. There's a message that will pop up saying that it's correct. And the third thing is the score must change by 1. Let's see. Okay, did you see that all 3 things happened? Okay, so what is the national flower of South Africa? It's the protea. Okay, can you see here? The score increased by another 1. Now let's enter incorrect answer. Which movie has a flying carpet? Let's enter A, Jumanji. Now we know that's wrong. Incorrect, but can you see the score did not change? Which means our and then it says game over. Okay, so everything is working so far. Now to make it, can you see we started off on a small program, but slowly, once you do the first question, you just right click and duplicate. Like if I want to put 5 more questions, I can just right click and duplicate it. And then I can just say, can you hear me now? Looks like something happened with the connection there. Okay. I think we're back. So what we're going to do here is now, uh, if you get full marks, if you get 3 out of 3, we put a nice message there. We will say, well done, you have all correct. And we can even put a nice sound there. We're going to start playing a nice, maybe happy music. And then if you don't get full marks, what we can do is we can display what score you had. We can put a message maybe saying, keep studying. And then we'll play a little bit sad music maybe to say, well, you didn't get full marks. Let's try something like that. So here we are, right at the end. We can say if, let's use the equal to operator again. And we will say, let's go to variables. I want to put the score inside here. You can see the shape matches, is rounded. If score is equals to 3, then let's go to looks. Let's take a say block and we'll say, well done. You have all correct. Yeah, all correct. Okay. And if they don't get full marks, let's put a message saying, let's tell them their mark. Let's tell them, for example, your score is. Now, if you want to display a variable together with words I told you, you go to operators, special thing here called the join. The join can add in 2 things. So I'll say over here, your score is, and I'm going to put in the score over here. So go to variables and put in score over here. So basically now, so if they don't get full marks, I would say your score is whatever you have. And let's put a motivational message. Let's say keep studying. Let's say keep on studying. Okay, so let's make this a little longer. Join your score is, make it 3 seconds. Keep on studying. Now, let's do something one time. Let's also play some music. Let's play some happy music. I think under sound, we can use a dance celebration here maybe. Okay, we can use that sound there maybe for when you get full marks. And if he doesn't get full marks, or she doesn't get full marks, let's go find something a little bit sad or slow. Let's see what's this one. Yeah, let's pick that. Okay. So remember, guys, you can even use, if you like music, you can go and upload. Check here, you come to this option. You see this option here that says upload sound. You can upload, if you on your computer or on your flash drive or somewhere, you can pick any song that you want, your favorite song, and you can put it in. Okay, so now that we have our sound loaded in here, let's come in and okay, there we are here. If the score is equal to 3, that means they got full marks. Let's go and start sound, not emotional music, the other one, which is Dance Celebrate. So that's the one. Dance Celebrate. And else means if they don't get full marks, let's go and pick the electric emotional piano. There's it over here and put it down there. Okay, so let's test this out now. Can you see here? Can you see score is 2? But once you press play, watch what happens. Hi everyone, welcome to my quiz game. I will ask you 3 questions. All the best. Can you see score is set back to 0 because we're starting again? How many provinces are there in South Africa? Now let's get all right so we can test the first option. Then I'll come and get some wrong to test the second option. Right, so let's enter all correctly. 9. What is the national flower of South Africa? It's the protea. That's correct. Well done. Which movie has a flying carpet? The answer is B for Aladdin. Remember, you can enter small b or capital B. Zora will accept both. That's correct. Game over. Okay, that's good. What we can do next is, before I test the second, I'm going to test now where you don't get full marks. But also, now see there's some time at the end. Let's make him dance at the end. Since there is some time, the music is playing, there's some time at the end. Let's come here and let's go to motion. Okay, now let's go to motion. Let's change his costume. Let's go to next costume. And then let's put a wait. Wait for, let's make it for half a second. So I'm going to duplicate it a few times. Okay. Okay, now watch this here. Since I'm going to change his costume, what will happen when we're starting to play again? Sometimes the costume, it could be like, if you look at the costume, it could be like this. When I'm pressing play now, it could be stuck like this and then. So if you wanted to always start with maybe this costume here, this is what you do. You go to your code, right in the beginning of your code. You can set which costume you want him to start with. And how you do that is, you go to looks, and we say switch costume right at the top somewhere. And yeah, you just pick the first one. So let's test this out now. Hi everyone. Remember, this time I want to enter some incorrect answers to test the option that we put in. So how many provinces are there in? Let's enter one right and two wrong. What is the national flower of South Africa? Let's enter rose. Now you know that's wrong. Which movie has a flying carpet? Let's say Mulan. Now you know that's incorrect as well. So my score is 1. So it says game over. The score is 1. Sad music is being played. Keep on studying. You did a few moves. Okay. Now watch here. Can you see how we ended? But when I start the game again, can you see it's starting up straight? Now that happened because, and the score is set to 0. That's because at the beginning we set the score to 0 and we switch the costume back to the first costume that we want. Okay, quite interesting so far. This what we're doing. Any other questions or any feedback? Are you understanding what we are doing? Please raise your hand. Can see witness. Hi, witness. You can speak.
Hello,
Hi. How are you?
fine.
Okay. You got a question for me?
I Pastor Sir, should we copy all these things you've done?
Okay. You see, if you have, okay, witness, please put your video off. We'll just use the audio. Okay. Yes, witness, what you can do, if you have two devices, you can watch what I'm doing on one device, and maybe you can type on another device. But if
Okay,
you're having a problem and you don't have two devices, there's no problem if you understand what we're doing. And this video will be uploaded on YouTube,
okay,
and you can follow exactly what I did slowly. You can actually press pause. You can do what you're doing. Because you see, we're limited to just less than an hour here. So
okay,
maybe
sir.
if I'm going a little fast now, you might have a problem. But you can go check on YouTube, Africa Teen Geeks. This video will be uploaded, and you can
Yes,
take your time. You can see what I did, and so on. Is that
yes,
okay with you, witness?
yes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Uh, okay, guys, we're coming close to the end of the lesson, but I'd like to show you maybe one more thing. You see, the aim of what I'm trying to teach you is, of course, I want you to learn coding, but I also like you to enter the competition, and I'd like you to maybe win the prize. You might win a laptop. Okay, so let's see how we can make this little bit better. Now, you can go change your questions. You don't like this boring questions about seriousness, about provinces and all that. You can make it, you can pick a theme. Just say in your area, you want to maybe help all the stray dogs, or you want to feed, you want to collect some dog food, or just say you want to make a program about helping the needy, maybe providing them. Winter is coming up. Maybe you want to do a blanket drive. You want to collect blankets or whatever. So maybe you can make a quiz, a question about whatever you want, or just say you want to just make a fun program, and the question is going to be about movies, about general knowledge, about music, your favorite singer, whatever it is. Now, but remember now, when you're making the options for answering, try and make it easy to answer. Like you see, like this question we asked, how many provinces? It's easy to check a number. Here, what is a national flower? It's easy to check one word. Like here, when we have long answers, we can put them in multiple choice. So we'll be checking A, B, C. So you can make the question such that they easy to answer and check. So one more thing I want to show you now, right? To add a little bit of extra pizzazz in your program. Let's see. You see the options there. We got motion, look, sound, all of these things here. Right in the bottom here, if you click this, now when you click there are more blocks, guys. There are more blocks. See here. There's play musical instruments. There's something called pen. I'm gonna maybe show you a bit about this. Just say you want to draw something on the screen. You want to draw maybe a hexagon or an octagon or just a normal circle or a square. There's something called a pen that you can use. Maybe I'll show you that in the next one. You see over here, there's something called video sensing. Now, all your laptops, your phones, your tablets, you have your camera there. So obviously, like how I can see you, you can see me. You can use things like video sensing in your app. Like, how you play your Wii games, where you can wave your hand and you can touch something on the screen. But what I want to show you today is another interesting thing here called text to speech. Now, when I click on text to speech, can you see now I got green blocks? We never had green blocks before. We got another option here. Right. Now let me test this out. If I take this block and put it here and I click it, can you see that? Are you hearing that? Let me just check my volume there. Okay, so basically whatever you type in here, it will say. And you can even change. See, at the moment we've got a female voice. We can even set the voice. If I link this up here, watch what happens. Let's change this to a tenor voice. We can even change it to a squeak.
Hello.
And a giant voice.
Hello.
Okay, so basically I'm just going to leave it how it was for now. And let's do this. At the beginning, right at the beginning, let's put this there. You know, it says, yeah, I will ask you 3 questions, all the best. Let's put this here. And let's say, starting in 3, 2, 1. Let's do that. So I'll type in here. Starting in 3, let's leave some space, 2, 1. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Let's just test that out. Okay, it's going to come after this. Let's hear.
Starting in 3, 2, 1.
Okay, it came with a giant voice. Let me change the voice back here. That voice is too serious.
Starting in 3, 2, 1.
Okay, so that worked. So right at the end, over here, when we're saying game over, let's also let this voice say game over. Let's put it in here. Game over. Okay, let's test it out for the last time. Okay, I can see someone has their hand raised. I'm going to ask you. Let's test it for the last time. I'll ask you 3 questions. All the best.
Starting in 3, 2, 1.
How many provinces are there? Let's say 9. What is the national flower of South Africa? Protea. And can you see the score is updating as we're getting it correct? Which movie has a flying carpet? Answer is B. Aladdin.
Game over.
Game over. Yes, all correct. Okay, let's stop it. Okay, so quite interesting, guys. We did it. I just want to just show you one more thing. See, we explained. Let me just bring it down here. You check this here called set language. Now, what it actually does is you actually can change the accent. What if you look here now?
Hello.
Hello, right? Let's change the accent to French.
Hello.
Can you see the accent is changing? Let's say, let me type something longer. Hello there. What?
Hello there, everyone.
So can you see that even though we're typing English, you can change the accent here. Let's try Japanese.
Hello there, everyone.
Okay, let's try what else do we have? Let's try Spanish.
Hello there, everyone.
Okay, so you can play around with this. It's quite interesting. Let's try Hindi.
Hello there, everyone.
Okay, so that's sounding like me, I think. So you can play around with this, guys. You can play around with this. Once you start playing around with it, you'll start liking it. It's very interesting. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave this. I got one question. I'm going to leave this on the screen if you just want to browse through it quickly. You can even take screenshots. If you're checking it on a tablet or a phone, you can take a screenshot of this, and then I'll scroll down, and you can take another screenshot, and you can see the code. Okay, so let me leave it on the top here for a while I take the question. Let's see who had that question. Okay, no question. They removed the hand. So you're all are fine with this. Okay, so while you are just looking at the code and taking your screenshots or whatever, let me just remind you about the workshop that's today at 4 p.m. The link will be posted on the chat now. It was in yesterday's chat as well. Okay, Tabiso will help us by putting the link on the chat. Okay, another thing is don't forget about the competition, guys. You are here, you're attending the lessons. You can use my programs. I told you, you can change it up. You can add your own exciting ideas to it. And yeah, you could be walking away with a laptop. So let me scroll down before we end the session. I'm gonna scroll down so you take another screenshot from here. Okay, there's a little bit more at the bottom, and I will scroll more down just now. So what did you learn today? You learned more about the if blocks. You learned more about the variables. You learned how to do a quiz. You learned some animation, how we made this guy dance. We changed his costumes. We also learned there's more blocks, text text to speak. Right, let me move it a little bit more down. You can take your screenshots of it there. Right, in the bottom here, you can add more and more of your own things. Let's see, we have a hand raised. Ashraf. Okay, let's take a question.
Sir,
Yes, hi. How are
hello,
you?
sir. Can you, sir? Can you please post the link for the workshop in the description in the chat?
Yes, I'm gonna do that. Let me just get our technical guy, our host, Kabiso. Okay. We might end the session. Quickly copy that link quickly, because once the session is ended, you won't see that chat. Okay, so copy that and paste it somewhere on your notepad or Microsoft Word or somewhere. And yeah, you'll be sorted out. Okay, it's at 4 p.m. till 5 p.m. You can attend it with your parents as well. They might find it very exciting. I will also be at the workshop. Okay. But we reached time, guys. We reached our time. Okay, so maybe we're going to be leaving the next 30 seconds. So I want you to make sure you copy that link quickly. But as well, this video of this lesson will be posted on YouTube. You can go back and you can do this program and think of your own ideas and add. Remember, the whole point of this is for you to submit a finished project for the competition, and you could win something, right? And also you'll be also enjoying coding. And yeah, thank you. I will see you again tomorrow. All the best. Take care. Goodbye.